So today we've got an update on the situation on the Island Princess with the toilet that exploded and what happened with those people's cabin. I also want to talk to you about the Princess Best Sale Ever that has just started on December 14th. Now that I've had some experience with it, I want to talk to you, and I've got a couple of questions for you of those of you that have been on a Princess or Holland America land tour, part of a cruise tour. And then I also want to talk to you a little bit about what I do when I am traveling from, I live in a very cold place in the wintertime. Well, not, there are colder places on Earth, but I live in a cold climate in the wintertime, and kind of how I manage it when I go somewhere warm on a trip. So I will let you know how, especially flying somewhere warm, and then also a couple of other updates for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. It is late at night on December 17th, and I'm doing this for you to watch on December 18th, tomorrow. Hopefully the internet will work fine to get it up tonight so that Gordon can help me put it up tomorrow. But I'm still here on the Celebrity Reflection. I disembark tomorrow morning, and then I fly home from Fort Lauderdale to Salt Lake City. I arrive around 10 p.m. and so I am excited to go home. I have had a wonderful week here aboard this ship. Thoroughly enjoyed this cruise, very much so, but I'm really excited to go home and see Gordon and get everything ready for Christmas time. So first of all, let's talk about that situation that I told you about yesterday, where our Let's Go family member who is sailing to the Panama Canal on the Island Princess let us know that twice the toilet in her cabin had trouble, and the most recent was yesterday. It exploded, turned into a geyser. Finally, the Princess plumber came and they pulled back the carpeting, put fans there to let it dry, and told them to leave them on when they are out and about on the ship, but when they sleep they could turn them off. That was their intention. I asked her for a follow-up. She sent me a follow-up today and said that was their intention, to solve the problem, to have them stay in that same cabin and just turn the fans off when they wanted to go to sleep. She let them know that was absolutely not acceptable, and Princess moved them to another mini suite. She said that is on very forward on the ship, and she said it literally is in the bow of the ship, as the forward cabins are, and she said that it is very, very rough there, as the seas are being very rough going down on that voyage that they're on to the Panama Canal. So I said, did you get anything other than they moved you? And mind you, this ship is sailing at a 60% capacity. You cannot tell me that there are not better locations available on the ship. I just want to point that out. But also I said, did they give you anything for this? And she said they sent them a box of chocolates. And so I hope it was a big box of chocolates and that they were absolutely delicious. That seems like a kind of teeny little thing for having plumbing problems twice and not handling the situation really well. So, but she is got the best attitude. She says they're still having a great cruise. They happen to have several other Princess cruises booked that they're going to go ahead and go on. So I hope that those cruises go a little bit more smoothly for them, and that the rest of this one goes really well. But I wanted to bring you all up to date on that. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it is honestly from the top down what the breakdown is on customer service with Princess. They used to be better than this. Really, they used to be better than this. I hope that they realize where they are and that they need to turn around and go back and start providing the customer service that they used to provide. And that is across the board on their customer service. They are in great need of a tweak, or an actual a big movement to get back to where they used to be. Also, we've got our Let's Go family member Jeffrey. He's cruising for one. He is on the Sky Princess this week, happens to be on that same cruise with Dawn and Tony, and he said that in the main dining room the service has been so slow, takes a half an hour to get your first glass of water. And so that is very, very slow. I love that he pointed out that it is not the crew's fault, but it's management. The crew can only do what the crew can do. When they don't have enough and crew members, they're overwhelmed, there is nothing more they can do. I have seen the crew in action on Princess, and let me tell you, you, they do the very best with what they're given. And so I appreciate that update. And also, I know Don doesn't need my recommendations, but I watched his video about what's going on in the Sky Princess with the room service and everything that they've been talking about. And I was really, when I was on the Discovery Princess at the end of October, I ordered room service several times because I was by myself. And I want to tell you that it's not as good as it used to be, and it does take a very long time to get there. I always ordered, like, I never tried the peanut butter and jelly sandwich he was talking about. I did try the loaded fries, and they were ice cold by the time I got them, so I didn't eat them. My favorite thing, if you're ordering room service, it costs $4 for their cheese plate, and then a plate of fruit is complimentary, so that's what I always ordered. And but it did take, it was surprising. I don't think it ever got there sooner than an hour. And it didn't matter if I was doing it in the morning or in the middle of the day or in the evening or late at night. It took a long time every time. So I think that indeed they do need more crew. And I don't know, everything else. So, but anyway, I just wanted to share my experience with you. Share your experience with the rest of us, those of you who have been sailing on Princess, tried the room service lately, or anything else you'd like to share with us. I'm not throwing Princess out with the baby out with the bathwater. I'm looking forward to my next cruise on Princess. I just really hope they pull some things together and that it goes smoothly. And I want it to go smoothly for all of you too. And so I'm looking forward to hearing from you on that. Now, the next thing is the Princess Best Sale Ever. Now, the other day I told you that the way that the sale reads is that it's the best sale ever. You get 7 perks, and they list off that you get the $150 of onboard credit, and then they list the like the plus beverage package, the Wi-Fi, the gratuities. You get the fitness classes, you get those desserts, you get your medallion shipped to you. And as you read through all of that, in my mind, the way I read it is that's what your fare is going to include. They're going to have some great sale fares that's going to include that. Well, come to find out, you can price that cruise as just only the cruise, no perks, with the onboard credit. Okay, that is one option when you're booking a cruise. And I also want to let you know about that onboard credit, that you get the $150 onboard credit if you book a mini suite or a suite. You get $100 of onboard credit if you book a balcony, and you get $50 of onboard credit if you book an interior. Alrighty. Now, in addition to that, if you want the plus package, so everything that's included with that, you get the onboard credit. That's another price. And if you want the premier package and the onboard credit, that's another price. So I just wanted to make everyone very much aware of that, so that as you go to look at cruises in this sale, you'll be aware of what's going on. Now, I am seeing this kind of pricing across the board. Like Celebrity just had their sale, I think it's still going on, that they say, up to $800 of onboard credit. You're going to have to book the highest level to get, into a suite to get that $800 of onboard credit. So it's a little bit, I don't think they mean to be deceiving. I like how Celebrities, it's really easy to see up to on their sale, but it is really, I know that, and the other cruise lines do it too. I honestly think that they're doing this pricing because, and I want to hear from you guys on this is really a big discussion. I think that you have, I think there's several reasons why they do it, but one of them that stands out to me is that you have people who want to go on a cruise, who don't particularly want a beverage package, that are just happy to go on a cruise. They're going to book their cabin and away they go. They're going to be happy to enjoy the activities that are on board, to eat in the regular restaurants, and pick up a specialty dining if they want to. But other than that, not be, they're just happy to go on a cruise as is. And then you have the whole range that starts there. It includes the plus package, includes the premier package, and then you have your people who want the suite, that don't want an interior or a balcony. They want the suite, and like I said, everything in between. And so they provide a different level of perks for people that book those more expensive cabins. Sometimes, a lot of times, those people are looking for a different experience. You like to have the dining room experience that you have on Princess. It's the oh my goodness, it just went on club class dining. And here on Celebrity, if you're in, you know, the suites, you get to have the Luminae restaurant. If you're in the Aqua Suites, the Aqua class, you get to have the Blue restaurant. So you get very special amenities that go with that. And along, when you book those things, you do get more of the onboard credit. So I think they are really trying to separate out like what is just basically your cruise for people that just want to go on a cruise, and then you have everything up to people that want to go on a cruise and have these other experiences that go with it. So tell me what you think about all of that. I think it's really interesting to hear. I think you can probably tell, like, I would love to go on a suite, but I'm really that's not my budget, and it's not, I don't mind. I'm really happy. I love having a balcony, but other than that, I'm happy with how a balcony is and that situation. So, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying a suite. Don't get me wrong. There's not a wrong or a right here. And sometimes people go and they go in an interior, and the next time they go in a suite. So it just varies a lot. So I wanted to kind of get that discussion going in the comments, because I find it really interesting. But when you go to book on Princess, be aware that there are different fare levels with that, okay? And the same thing with Celebrity. You can book Celebrity without any perks, so make sure that you're also comparing apples to apples when you're looking at cruise fares, okay? Like, don't compare like Princess's base fare with Celebrity's, all-included fare, or Celebrity's all-included, with Royal Caribbean's, nothing included. So kind of, just be aware when you're doing that kind of thing. The next thing that I wanted to talk to you about is, what? Can anyone comment who has been on Holland America and Princess on a land tour? Okay, especially that includes the train. So I have been trying to do research on this. One of our Let's Go family members was so kind after I mentioned that how I learned that Celebrity told us that when you go on the train with a Celebrity land tour, that everybody gets to ride up on the top, with the glass dome, so that you can see all the beautiful scenery, and then you go downstairs to eat. Is that how it is on Princess and Holland America? I was trying to look and see if everyone gets to ride on that top level or not, so I can't find it in anything that they put out. So would someone tell me? If you could all share your experience, that would be wonderful. And then I also mentioned how Celebrity uses 4- and 5-star hotels. And then this good, wonderful Let's Go family member who sent me an email, she was so kind to remind me and remind us all, and I hope I said it, but if I didn't make it clear, I want you to know that I know that Holland America and Princess, those lodges that they have, everything that I hear about them is just wonderful. They are built, they have special activities planned around them. They are just amazing, and I don't think that I said that well enough, so I wanted to bring it up again today. I don't mean in any way to make it seem like their lodges are anything less than spectacular, and I am very much looking forward to experiencing one myself, and Gordon as well. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate her letting me know that, and so will you all share your experience with this? I would really appreciate hearing from you. Now, finally, I wanted to talk to you for just a minute over on our Facebook group, a couple of things about our Facebook group. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, and it's just Let's Go Travel Tips over on Facebook, please come and join us. It is an amazing community there. You guys are wonderful. I say the word community because it is a community, but it's also a lot like a family. People put questions there. We get wonderful people answering them. People share their experiences. They put up photos. Really, really, really helpful, and a very pleasant place to spend some time. So join us if you haven't. I wanted to tell you that we've got a Let's Go family member. His name on Facebook is John Tom, and he's started a series that he is posting all about going on a sailing that he went on the Discovery Princess. So I am really looking forward to hearing all of his experience, but he gives so much information. It is so valuable there, and so many of you give really important information that really helps all of us. So there's that. And also they started they asked the question about what you do if you're flying from somewhere where it's really cold, but you're going somewhere where it's really warm. And so let me just tell you what I do is probably the same as what you all do. But when I am going, like recently, I flew from Salt Lake City to Miami on this trip, and tomorrow I'm flying home from Fort Lauderdale. Tomorrow night when I get home, it's going to be 5 degrees. And I've just been enjoying the 80s here, the upper 80s on some days, and it's been so nice. But what I do is I travel, when I am leaving Salt Lake City, I wear, well, first of all, layers the keys. I wear socks, I wear my pants, and then I put on a short sleeve shirt, then I put on my cardigan. I always take a scarf, because a scarf makes all the difference in the world when you're cold. If you live somewhere warm and you're going to go somewhere cold, take a scarf, buy a scarf when you get there. It makes all the difference. I always take a scarf. Sometimes on the airplane it is freezing cold, and a scarf has just saved my life. And then I take with me one of my light winter coats. I have mine right here. It's just, it's one I've actually had for a really long time. It's a winter level coat. It has a hood, it zips up, and I bought it from Eddie Bauer years ago, but it is by no means my warmest winter coat. In fact, I told Gordon when he said it was going to be so cold, I'm like, bring a warmer coat for me. So he's going to. But I always take a coat with me, because when I'm leaving and getting on the plane, it is always cold. And so, like, I was so grateful that flying from Salt Lake to Miami that I had this coat with me. Otherwise, I would have frozen on the airplane. If you haven't flown since COVID, they don't give out blankets anymore. They did when we flew on an international flight, but domestically, I have not seen any blankets available. And I've even asked before, and they have said that they don't have them. And so just a quick heads up about that. But then when I landed in Miami, by the time I got to baggage claim, I was hot, because it was hot outside. It was in the 80s, even though it was really late at night. So then it's really handy. I just take off my cardigan, put my scarf in my carry-on, and of course just loop my coat over my suitcase, and then I'm ready for warmer weather. And so tomorrow, I'm not going to put my socks on in the morning, if that's not too much information, but flying home and then arriving where it's cold, I need socks. But in the morning, it's going to be really warm in Fort Lauderdale. So at the airport, before we go, I'll just put my socks on, I'll put my scarf on and my cardigan on, and have my coat ready. Now, the last time we flew home from Fort Lauderdale, it was freezing cold on the airplane, and it was freezing cold in the airport. So I actually bought a sweatshirt in the Fort Lauderdale airport. And so this time it's because we decided last minute. I had a sweatshirt in my rolling carry-on, and we decided to just go ahead and check it. So then I didn't have my sweatshirt anymore. So keep something warmer handy if you tend to be cold. I tend to be cold. And so do keep a sweatshirt with you, so that on your way home, you've got something to make it warmer. And I was really glad that I bought it, because they had the air conditioner turned way down, like it was chilly in the airport, and on the plane it was so cold. And so I just wanted to let you know that's kind of what I do when we go to Antarctica. I'm going to pack. What I do is I take my coat, because we'll be going in January, and we went in January last time, and then I put my ultra heavier coat. I just wear a puffer coat on the airplane, and then I put my ultra heavy coat in the suitcase. And so there's lots, and I'll tell you about that when it gets closer to when we're going on that. But you can put a lot of things in your suitcase that you're going to need when you're going, if you need colder weather gear, or if you're going somewhere warmer. But that's just what I always do. I always still take a coat with me, because invariably it's cold when you get home again. And I know it seems like a short distance from the building to the car, but sometimes it's just really, really cold, and that will help you out. So if any of you have any other suggestions, definitely put those down below, because we're all in this together, and we all, lots of you have such good ideas and wearing more experience, and so it's really nice to hear from you all. So if you have any other questions about anything, or you've been on a ship lately and or on a ship, let us know how it's going. We would really like to know. I'd like to hear from the discussion from you about everything with cruising, and the differences in the pricing and the packaging and just everything that they're doing. And so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Boy, do we need you. We really need you here. We're trying to build an amazing community. Well, we have an amazing community, but I would like it to be bigger, so that we have more people with more experience and more people to enjoy being with. If you appreciate these updates, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.